This video is sponsored by Warthunder. Freedom's greetings, Helldivers. Ervin here, bringing you all the information we have thus far on the just officially announced first ever legendary collaborative Warbond. This time featuring Halo ODST gear, coinciding with the Xbox launch date of the 26th. We got a pretty clear look at all the new gear, as well as some stats to go over, not featured in the trailer or blog for you today. But before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and is available for free on PC, consoles, and even mobile devices. Take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of the modern era. Get locked into the intense combat, where the extremely detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects place you right into the driver's seat of some of the most powerful war machines to ever exist. For me personally, I prefer games with mechanical depth when it comes to their damage systems, and War Thunder definitely delivers in that respect, with no simple boxes of hit points to be seen. War Thunder has one of the most sophisticated vehicle damage models in the industry, with every vehicle modeled down to its individual components like engines, fuel tanks, weapons, and crew, all susceptible to damage or disabling from enemy fire. Shells and missiles also behave just like their real-world counterparts to really elevate the experience's believability and accuracy. Join a massive worldwide community of over 95 million players in multiplayer battles and delve into the exhilarating experience that is War Thunder. With tons of high-quality content to discover, there's no better game suited to fans of military history. Drop into War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or your mobile device even. Use my links in the pinned comment or video description to sign up, available for PC and console. And new players, or those of you who haven't played in 6 months, will also receive a huge bonus pack that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium accounts. This is available for a limited time only, so don't miss out. Now let's take a look at all that nostalgic Halo ODST goodness, shall we? First, we of course need to talk about the MA5C assault rifle. This workhorse of the UNSC has been around since 2526 in the Halo universe, so there was never any doubt this fundamental firearm would make an appearance for this collab. The MA5C fires at 800 rounds per minute with a 32-round magazine and likely 10 spare mags, given the low capacity compared to other rifles. Damage-wise, it's very hard to get a read on without having it in my hands, but we can work out the damage value will be between 70 and 90 with medium penetration. Halo also has not been a game known for its ADS outside of hard-scoped weaponry. The assault rifle is devoid of any iron sights to work with, making it extremely difficult to fire accurately at long ranges. One saving grace that could still be present though is the assault rifle's lightning fast 1.8 second reload should it have been ported over from the game. We don't see a fast reload in the trailer, but the footage of the reload also seems to have been slowed down significantly, adding some credibility to the idea that this weapon will at least enjoy a snappy reload speed. My first impression of this weapon's port to the Helldivers universe, based on what we know so far, is a weapon being sold through its novelty and nostalgia, and not so much through its usefulness compared to its peers. Everyone loves this weapon for what it is, don't get me wrong, but from a statistical standpoint, I can't say it's likely to impress the average user. And given these new legendary Warbonds are marked up to 1,500 credits each, it doesn't seem like we're off to a great start in my opinion. Bonus points though to Arrowhead for the Easter egg in the trailer where the Helldiver empties the assault rifle to destroy the Overseer's shield and then melees him. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Now the M90A shotgun could make the whole bond worth it if it's got even a fraction of the firepower that it's known for in the Halo universe. I say this because the M90A doesn't pack your typical 12-gauge shells like the Punisher shotgun does. It's loaded with 8-gauge Magnum. In game terms, this should in theory translate to a big difference in payload compared to our currently available pump action shotguns. And if there's one thing we know about Arrowhead when it comes to collabs, it's that they want to make the weapons as true to the source material as they can. So if they were to shaft the M90A into being on the same damage level as the Punisher, it's not likely this sin would be forgiven. I don't know about you guys, but when I try to picture OP video game shotguns, the M90A is the one that pops into my head, right alongside the Doomslayer Super Shotgun. Damage-wise, it's got to deal at a minimum 405, but obviously we're hoping for more than a Punisher clone here. They could give it medium pen, more damage, or at the very least some serious stagger force to make it feel as punchy as the original, then balance it out with low maximum ammo like the source material's max of 32. I can't say for certain how this shotgun's going to look on the drop, but I will say that it better be good. For the armor sets, we've got the standard issue ODST suit, the A9 Helljumper medium armor, and without any skulls or Vidmaster challenges, you've also got the A35 Recon medium armor. Both these new suits come with an exclusive passive called Feet First, which causes your movement to make less noise, your range for finding POIs is increased by 30%, and you are immune to leg injury. Now, if I'm being completely honest, the noise reduction for movement passive is a complete wash, and I would have really rather they give the Scout Armor's 30% visual detection reduction to this armor instead. It would have been much more useful. The range for points of interest detection also just not very good, but I will say, of all the injuries that you are likely to die because of immediately after, leg injuries are definitely one of them. So immunity to a pretty common injury, even though stims are at the ready more often than not, is definitely something. Alright, I tried my best to shill for this armor because it's the ODST armor, man, but this passive just isn't it. I don't know why armor passives have gotten so tough lately, but detection range on this armor with the sound reduction and leg immunity was just the obvious slam dunk here. Definitely kept you waiting, huh? But last time I checked, I'm still the stealth guy around here, so let's go ahead and talk about the M6C SOCOM pistol and the M7S SMG. The M6C SOCOM has a 12-round magazine, and that is about all we know for sure. And there's just about nothing I can even make a guess about realistically, because these two weapons feature suppressors. This means I can't guesstimate the stats by comparing pre-existing sidearms for balancing purposes, like say the Verdict, because we have no idea how much value statistically Arrowhead is going to hedge on that suppressor attachment. The best guess we can realistically make is something close to the Verdict, but with lower damage and more damage falloff. So around 100 damage per round, give or take, and either light or medium penetration, depending on what side of the coin the flip they made landed on in the office. The M7S SMG, the workhorse of the Halo ODST game that sees you through the vast majority of conflicts throughout, is also coming to the battlefield for Managed Democracy, armed with a 48-round magazine, 900 rounds per minute, and a suppressor. That's all we know for sure about the weapon though, leaving the actual damage up in the air. But it's fair to expect somewhere between 60 and 80, again depending on how much value they're putting on that suppressor, and almost assuredly it's going to be light penetration. Now, as far as what kind of value a suppressor could realistically bring to your loadouts, it's tough for me to say, even with all my experience on the topic. This is because there are many weapons in the game already with nearly inaudible sound profiles, like the plasma weaponry and the quasar cannon. But the thing about not being heard is the results of your actions can always still be seen. And with the clusterfuck that is enemy outposts on high difficulty, it's unlikely you get the opportunity to take an enemy out quietly without his flatmate seeing him go down and raising the alarm anyway, making the sound profile of your weapon a non-factor. If these suppressed weapons interact differently fundamentally than that, then there's hope it could add some serious polish to stealth gameplay. But in that respect, all we can really do is wait and see. To cap things off, as far as cosmetic additions, we've got two new player banners, some very stylish and thematic capes, and the rookie player title, as well as the mean green pattern for your vehicles, which will allow you to make your FRV look even more like a warthog than it did already. That is about all I've got for now on the ODST Warbond. I'll of course be diving in on release to test out the new armaments personally via livestream, then posting a follow-up video later that night giving my full breakdown of the gear. Overall, Arrowhead absolutely has every piece of gear from the Halo universe that they need to sell us an absolutely must-have Warbond. But I am hesitant on whether they'll be able to deliver on that gear's power fantasy if they decided to overbalance the statistics behind it. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Personally, I'm hoping they prove a lot of my concerns wrong and deliver a banger collaboration as we welcome the Xbox divers into the fight on the 26th. Thank you for watching till the end, and thank you to my coffee supporters who have helped keep the channel going, especially over my hiatus lately. I'll see you next time. Shout out again to War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out War Thunder if you're interested for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or on mobile, and use my links in the pinned comment or video description to register. Those of you who are new or haven't played for 6 months will also receive a juicy bonus pack across PC and console, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more.